Did you know that a cowboy's work at King Ranch is much more than just looking after cattle? What you imagine about their daily life in this vast land is just the tip of the iceberg. What is the real routine of these professionals who manage thousands of animals and miles of land? And what can life at King Ranch teach us about dedication, courage, and perseverance? Get ready to uncover surprising secrets and stories that will leave you speechless. Hello everyone, I'm Juninho Mello, and I'm so glad to have you here on the Celebrities Farm channel. If you're passionate about real stories and want to know everything about the work of those who live in the countryside, this channel is for you. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and turn on the bell so you won't miss any videos. Get ready for an incredible journey through the world of the countryside. King Ranch, located in Texas, is one of the most iconic properties in the world, covering over 800,000 hectares. This vast land is home to thousands of cattle and is a hub for agricultural and livestock activities that shaped the history of the illustrious American West. But the work of a cowboy at King Ranch goes far beyond what many imagine. For most people, a cowboy is simply someone who rides a horse, tends to cattle, and leads a simple life far from the big cities. However, a cowboy's routine at King Ranch is filled with unexpected challenges, quick actions, and exceptional skills to handle extreme situations. Have you ever stopped to think about what it would be like to live on such a vast and isolated farm, where technology and modern resources are often limited and the connection to nature is intense? Imagine being responsible for a massive operation that involves everything from cattle management to environmental preservation, while making quick and often difficult decisions that affect the entire farm's output. How does a cowboy at King Ranch manage all of this? Here, the work is never the same from one day to the next. The cowboy must be adaptable, facing unexpected storms, issues with cattle, logistical challenges in difficult terrains, all while staying calm under pressure. Life in the countryside is tough, but it's also full of rewards that few can truly understand. That's why in this video, we're going to explore not just a cowboy's daily routine, but also the challenges he faces, the skills he develops, and the impact of his journey on his life and the lives of those who depend on his work. The work at King Ranch is a symbol of resilience and commitment. Every cowboy has a story, and each step he takes on the land carries a unique lesson. Many wonder, how can such a traditional job remain relevant today? The answer lies in dedication, adaptation to new technologies, and the perseverance of those who understand their role is essential for the functioning of one of the largest farms in the world. The cowboy at King Ranch is not just a rural worker. He is a true guardian of the land and the legacy this farm represents. And even more importantly, he is part of a story that goes back over 150 years. King Ranch is not just a workplace. It is a meeting point between tradition and innovation, where the past and future collide. But what is the true essence of this job, and why does it continue to be a fundamental part of American culture today? These are some of the questions we'll explore throughout this video. Are you ready to understand what really happens behind the scenes at King Ranch? Let's journey together to discover what life is like for a cowboy on one of the world's largest and most important ranches. At the heart of King Ranch, a cowboy's life is much more than we imagine. Their routine is marked by a series of essential tasks that ensure the ranch operates smoothly. Each cowboy is responsible for a variety of activities, from cattle management to fence maintenance, but the bigger challenge is managing such a vast and diverse property. The varied terrain and unpredictable Texas weather demand a unique ability to adapt. For instance, on a typical day, a cowboy might find himself facing a sudden storm that forces everyone to take cover quickly. In this situation, he must quickly assess the situation, make quick decisions about the cattle's safety, and often deal with unforeseen events like broken fences or scattered cattle. The pressure is constant, but cowboys learn to handle it over time, developing a sharp sense of intuition and the ability to make decisions under pressure. In addition to cattle work, one of the cowboys' major responsibilities at King Ranch is pasture management. The vast lands must be constantly monitored to ensure the cattle have access to healthy grazing and that the vegetation is preserved for future generations. This involves the use of rotational grazing techniques, which help preserve the soil and prevent overgrazing in certain areas. Many might think this job is simple, but it requires an in-depth understanding of the land and local wildlife, something cowboys acquire over many years of practice. Another key aspect of a cowboy's routine is teamwork. Though the work is often solitary, when it comes to big tasks like moving cattle from one field to another or preparing for a sale, collaboration between cowboys is essential. Teamwork requires a high level of trust and communication, as any mistake could result in significant problems. Cowboys also play an important role in preserving local culture. They are the guardians of a tradition that dates back over a century and continue to live and work according to values passed down from generation to generation. Additionally, many cowboys at King Ranch have a deep connection with local community members, helping to strengthen social and cultural ties that make the ranch a landmark not only in Texas, but across America. However, the work at King Ranch isn't just about the daily tasks. Adapting to technology has been one of the biggest changes in recent years. Today, cowboys use drones to monitor large areas, apps to track cattle, and even automated systems to feed and care for some animals. The combination of old traditions with technological innovations is a clear example of how King Ranch is staying relevant in today's world while preserving the essence of its past. Yet, even with all the technology, there are still aspects of the job that demand purely human skills. The ability to quickly assess cattle behavior, make rapid decisions in critical moments, and even the physical work in the field are traits no machine can replace. The cowboy, much like the land he works, is irreplaceable. When we think about the work of a cowboy at King Ranch, we often focus on the daily tasks, tending to cattle, maintaining fences, facing unpredictable weather. But the impact of their work goes far beyond visible activities. The cowboy is, in fact, a strategist of the land. The relationship with the local ecosystem is a clear example of how a cowboy's work involves a deep understanding of nature and the importance of sustainability. What many people don't know is that the cowboys' work is essential for preserving the region's biodiversity. King Ranch consists of different types of terrain, from dry and arid areas to lush pastures and rivers. Each area requires specific care to ensure ecological balance is maintained. Cowboys use management practices that prevent resource depletion and ensure that pastures can be used for generations to come. The use of technologies like drones and monitoring cameras allows cowboys to identify, for example, areas of erosion or places where cattle might be over-concentrating, which can harm local vegetation. Additionally, water management at King Ranch is crucial. The Texas region can be extremely dry, and water is a valuable and scarce resource. Cowboys need to be astute in managing water resources, using rainwater harvesting systems and ensuring that cattle always have access to clean water. This not only helps preserve the cattle, but also maintains the ecosystem in balance. Another fascinating aspect of a cowboy's work is their role in maintaining the genetics of the cattle. King Ranch is known for its excellence in breeding cattle, and the cowboy's job is not limited to daily care of the animals. They are also responsible for understanding the genetic characteristics of the animals, helping select the best for breeding and creating a lineage that preserves desirable traits, such as disease resistance and adaptability to the harsh Texas climate. The preservation of cultural traditions also plays a fundamental role in this work. Cowboys at King Ranch are, in many ways, heirs to a rich history that dates back to the 19th century. They continue to practice many of the same techniques their predecessors used, passing knowledge from generation to generation. This is not just about preserving techniques, but also values. Cowboys at King Ranch maintain a strong work ethic, which values honesty, commitment, and courage in the face of adversity. On a personal level, a cowboy's life is marked by internal challenges. Work at King Ranch requires not only physical strength, but also great emotional resilience. Cowboys must deal with the highs and lows of rural life, including the loss of animals, financial difficulties, and sometimes the loneliness of the countryside. This is a job that tests a person's character and determination in ways few can understand. Additionally, cowboys are often involved in conservation projects and environmental studies. For example, King Ranch is known for its wildlife and flora preservation initiatives, often collaborating with biologists and ecologists to create preservation areas within the ranch. This makes the cowboys' work a true fusion of agricultural activity and environmental science. Another important point is the use of innovative animal welfare practices. The work of cowboys at King Ranch also involves ensuring that the cattle are treated with respect and care. This includes implementing modern management methods that reduce animal stress, such as controlled feeding techniques, and improving the cattle's living conditions. The goal is to ensure that animals grow healthy and that meat and dairy production are of superior quality, while maintaining their well-being. The impact of the cowboys' work at King Ranch is also felt in the local economy. The ranch is a source of employment for hundreds of people, and cowboys play a crucial role in producing meat, leather, and other products sold across the country. Their work, therefore, sustains life in the countryside and contributes to the economic development of Texas and the U.S. agricultural industry. Finally, the relationship between the cowboy and King Ranch is symbiotic. One cannot exist without the other. The cowboy needs the land to work, and the land needs the cowboy to maintain balance. This long-standing partnership reflects a deep respect for the land, nature, and the life it supports. And it's precisely this deep connection that makes the cowboys' work at King Ranch so special and valuable. It's not just a job. It's a vocation, a legacy that endures for generations. After exploring all aspects of a cowboy's work at King Ranch, we come to a clear conclusion. This is a job that demands dedication, courage, and resilience. What many may see as a simple rural profession is in fact a life full of constant challenges and profound learning. It's not just about tending to cattle, but about being a true guardian of the land, respecting nature, and preserving the legacy of a culture that dates back over 150 years. At King Ranch, every day is a new opportunity to face the unknown, make quick decisions, and act intelligently. Life in the countryside demands more than physical strength. It requires a sharp mind capable of understanding the ecosystem, the needs of the cattle, and the demands of the market. Cowboys at King Ranch are experts in various fields, including biology, ecology, and resource management. They are, without a doubt, the true heroes of the field, working tirelessly to maintain harmony between humans and nature. The importance of a cowboy's work goes far beyond the ranch. They are not just rural workers, but key players in the sustainability of modern agriculture and the ecological balance of large properties. Every day they prove that it's possible to innovate without losing sight of roots and tradition. And by doing so, they continue to build the bridge between the past and the future, keeping alive the values that define the spirit of the West. Answering the questions raised throughout this video, the work of a cowboy at King Ranch is undoubtedly more than just cattle management. It involves a deep connection to the land, a commitment to sustainability, and an unwavering respect for tradition. It's a life that requires skill, adaptation, and above all, a passion for what one does. And if there's one thing we've learned today, it's that this job is not just vital to the ranch, but essential for the future of agriculture and environmental preservation. Therefore, as we reflect on all of this, it's impossible not to feel inspired by these men and women who dedicate their lives to this hard and vital work. King Ranch is not just a farm. It's a school of life where every cowboy, every decision, and every step taken contributes to a better, more sustainable future. So everyone, now that you know a bit more about the life and challenges faced by cowboys at King Ranch, we want to invite you to continue your journey through the countryside. The work of these professionals is truly admirable, and I hope it's clear how much of an impact they make, both in their own lives and in the lives of everyone around them. If you enjoyed this video, we've got 2 other amazing videos you can't miss. Check out the recommendations on the end screen. Before you go, I'd like to leave you with a message. The hard work, dedication, and passion these cowboys show are valuable lessons for all of us. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're someone who values perseverance and resilience. Comment below, what was the biggest lesson you took away from this video? I'd love to hear your thoughts.